Perfecto.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Alliance Group podcast. I am very excited today because we have an extremely special guest with us, Mr. Gilberto Abel from Boca Raton and the elite team at Five Rings Financial. Gilberto, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you. I'm so happy, so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me to come.
Of course, man. We've been so excited to have you in here. It's been a long time that we've wanted Jill to come in to the studio because you are an incredible story.
Thank you.
I've been watching you for years now. The things that you're doing they're incredible. You help so many people, and every year Alliance Group tabulates, yes, who's selling the most premium and things like that. But one of my favorite statistics, so to speak, are the people who put the most policies in place across all of Alliance Group. And every year you are right at the top of that list. You help so many people. You talk to so many people, and you help so many families. You've already, this year, we're just in July, you've already topped 125 policies that you've put in place this year. You're on your way to doing 300 policies, which you have done before in 1 year, right, which is absolutely incredible. So I have been wanting to ask you, and I'm sure inquiring minds, our viewers want to know, how is it that you help so many people?
Yeah, well, first,
you're very busy.
Yeah, well, I'm very busy. Yeah, I'm very busy. You know, I love it. You know what I do. So I come to United States. You know, like all immigrant, looking for dreams, and I come by myself with 17 years old. And I worked so hard in other jobs. You know, I was a house cleaning service. I had my own company. Yep. And I was looking for something that I can, help people to make a difference in the people's life. Right. And so when I discovered this job, I said, hey, we need it. So something happened in my life very, hard. And after this happened, this situation, I said, hey, why I didn't have this life insurance. My mom, she passed away here, right, and I didn't know anything about life insurance, like immigrants, without social can't have the life insurance. It's not too expensive. I say, hey, I can do it, So I know how this is really important for that moment, because when my mom passed away, I didn't have the life insurance. Right. So I spent a lot of money, for that moment, for funeral. I know we don't like to talk about this, but this is going to happen. It's really important.
Death is going to happen to everybody.
Exactly. Right. So I was looking for something, say, hey, I can change people's lives. So when I discovered my mission, so I know today I believe I have mission.
You're very passionate.
Exactly.
About what you do.
So when I see any family without protection, without all these things, I say, hey, I have like this inside me. I know I can change the lives of people all the time. So whatever I am, anywhere, banks line, whatever.
Bakery,
church. Bakery, church. Say, hey, I know you can have this. So, I know I have something important, like a mission that God gave to me. I love to sing. I do many things, different things, but I have these things. Hey, come on, you never know tomorrow. And I have a lot of experience, for this situation. Many people receive it. So
you're very active
yes.
in your community, and you and I were talking right before we started shooting this podcast. You literally, you remind me of someone else, Drialis Munoz. I don't know if you've met her. She's also in Alliance Group, part of Univista Group. She is just like you. You guys, no matter where you are, you're talking to people, you're meeting new people, you're making an impression, you're passing out a business card, you're asking people if they have the solution. You're constantly active, you're constantly growing your network, right?
Exactly. That I believe in this business is people. Is always, so I always try to be a specialist in people, what they thinking, how they talking, so anywhere. I love people. I like to know new people.
Yeah.
I like histories people because I believe God created us, so we are very special. So when I see you, when I see anybody, I say, wow, who's here? What we can learn. I learn with anybody.
Right.
So I believe all the doors that God opened for me is from people.
Yeah.
People are going to help you. People are going to give the new opportunity to you. So when you know new people, you're gonna know a new world.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity.
Or new opportunity. So that's why I love to. My wife, she's the same. So we like to be involved in. So for me, it's not hard to talk with something I have. To change life people and make friends all the time. So I'm gonna make friends. Wow, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of connections. I have a lot of opportunities. So anything that I need, say, Gil, do you know? I know you know a lot of people. Do you know who can help me to health insurance or rent a house or buy this? So I have connection with different people and I connect to people.
Yep.
Because
you just connect people and you connect people and those people connect people back to you.
Exactly. So network. Yeah. So network all the time, wherever I am. So for me, I know it's a new life.
Yeah.
So more people, is more opportunity you have. So that
you were describing in our previous conversation. You don't hard sell people. No. You're not like, hey, you need living benefits, life insurance, and if you don't want it, then I don't have time for you.
Exactly.
You describe your approach with.
Exactly. I involve it. First, I need to know who you are. So I don't want to be interested in myself. I want to be interested in you. You know what I mean? I want to know more about you, what you do. So in this time when I make a friend, so I start to talk about myself. So I'm gonna have my time I'm gonna have my time to speak to talk about myself. So after that, I say, okay, what they're gonna ask me? Okay, what do you do? I say, I do this. Nice. I like it. I want it for myself. I want this for me too.
Right.
So that's why the first approach is
be curious about them. Be curious about them.
Exactly.
Ask them questions about themselves, and naturally,
they
will
open
respond.
Questions. Yeah. Where you from? What you do? You have a child? What to know more you, not about me.
Right.
If they wanted to know about me, I'm gonna have my time. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the point. So you need to know about people. Like help if they need your help, you just help people. I'm helping because what I do, I help it.
Yep.
So
you're a connector.
Exactly, I connected. So when they need me, I'm there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, it really is an incredible thing that you're able to do year in and year out. I mean, you're almost averaging a policy a day. It's amazing, and what you've done. You've been able to have such a large impact, which we're going to talk about shortly, about the actual true financial impact that you've brought to your clients' lives, to several of them. You have over 1,000 clients now. But it isn't all just being friendly, right? You've also studied.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I study. Always I try to understand more than the product, to know how to teach my client, my team.
Right.
Because it's not only this is a part of the business, part of my mission. Because business is people. If you don't know people, no business, no working, no money, no mission, because mission is people.
Yep.
So, but after that, you have to understand what you have. Who's the company? Who's the National Life? Who's Alliance? Who's that? So you need to study.
You got to know your stuff.
Exactly.
Obviously, you have to know your stuff. You've also studied things like psychology and sales and things like that.
Exactly.
Not to necessarily learn how to close people, but just being a student of being able to convince people.
People. And not to convince, but to
coach them to the right decision.
Exactly. To be clear, So when you talk about life insurance, I try to be clear with the best word to say, hey, do you understand what I'm talking about? That's why I always am study to show them, hey, you need it. No question, not because I like you, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do this policy, do this, life insurance, IOL or my retirement because I know I need it.
Right.
So I learn always how to make my brand, my community, my people, hey, it's not me, not because I want to get money, I want to commission. This is for you.
Right.
It's for you. If you don't have it, sorry, next.
Right.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose this opportunity to protect your family, your fruits, because you're gonna be old.
Right.
You're gonna,
Yeah.
the time pass. So if you don't start take care of your finance, if you don't think tomorrow. More older you're gonna be. You're gonna lose weight, lose money.
Yeah.
So if you get more older, you're gonna be more expensive.
Right.
Time to
Yep.
to.
There's no time better than the present
Exactly.
to put these
So
in place.
that's why I always say, hey, come on, thinking your future, and this is every day, all the time,
Right.
But in today, Sam, people, they when they saw me and when they watch me on the video or internet, they know what I'm doing, But I never stop. So this is the deal. That's why it's a 5 years, become almost 200 policy a year.
Yeah.
So, but I never stop. So because I know, yes, I think the other day I was in the church. The pastor said, "Gil, do you know how many people arrive in Fort Lauderdale every day, every day in airport? Brazilians come from other states or from Brazil. Is 1,200 people every day arrive in Florida, South Florida.
Wow.
I do only 200 policies per year. So every day arrive 1,200 people every day. So how many people?
You have more people to talk to.
Exactly. So that's why some people, no. We have a lot of people.
How do we find
Exactly.
new
How are we gonna
clients?
find?
Right. They're everywhere.
Just go to the airport and wait.
Just go to the airport and wait for
Wait
it.
there. Exactly.
That's
Get
awesome.
your card.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the impact. You have, Jill, over not a very long time. I mean, how long have you been doing
5
this?
years and a half.
You've been doing this 5.5 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Your very first year, we're going to cover more of that story later, but your very first full year in this industry, you were finished #1 in all of Alliance Group for policies written,
Right.
which is absolutely insane. You just you came right out of the gates, swinging. But so you've over those 5.5 years, you have more than 1,000 clients now.
More than 1,000 clients.
More than 1,000, and
Yeah, more than $1 million premium pay every year.
wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's recurring premium, all of your 1,000 clients
Exactly.
paying their premiums every year. So in that short amount of time, you've already been able to help 10 families, 9 of them living benefits claims, right?
Yep.
So you have a total of 9 living benefits claims. You've paid out $1.7 million to people who are still alive, who had something terrible happen to them, and were able to use the policies that you put in place for them to get money when they needed it most. So let's talk about those, just a couple of those living benefits claims.
Yeah.
There's 9 of them. I don't want to go through all of them, but your first ever client, the first person you ever signed up for a policy, ended up being one of your living benefits claims, right?
Yes. The history is very interesting. I was working for another company, but that company, they didn't have
They didn't have living benefits.
Living benefits.
It was just death benefit
Yeah, I
only.
sell to him for the first client, and I say, hey, I have good news for you. I say, why do you want to tell me? Hey, come on, man, again? I say, hey, I have a good news, man. You have to believe in me. I said, okay, now I have a policy with the same price, but with living benefit. Let's change. You're going to have more benefits for yourself for the same price.
So you had sold him the original policy.
Originally, yeah.
And then you went and replaced that because you found out
Exactly.
there's a much better product.
Much better, exactly.
So you replaced it.
And he changed for no question because he's my friend. So after 5 years, I think last year, he got a stroke.
Oh my gosh.
He was driving to his work, and he felt bad. He falls and somebody called the 911, and he went to the hospital. He stayed in the hospital for 18 days, really, really bad. Many people think he was gonna die, but he's alive, and he received more than $200 $30,000.
Yeah.
So
it's
this client, yeah,
233.
he's my friend. He's still my friend. So he was inside of my house. So he was my friend of my, church Bible study. We have every small group. So that's why people are like around you.
Yeah. Yep.
So I never whatever people I see anyone, I speak with anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't be shy because I know this is for anybody. So this changed. He's my friend. His wife, she was pregnant. She just got the baby in the other hospital, and he was in hospital too.
Oh my gosh.
So she's not working, and he was not working. So this money.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had no income coming in at that
Exactly.
point, and you had $233,000 that
Exactly.
you were
So
able to deliver to him tax free.
Exactly.
Here's some money. Take your time. Get better.
Exactly. So see the impact that I did for my client. So now he's okay. The baby, born. The baby's okay. The bill was paid. Now he's planning to buy a house with that money.
That's fantastic. That's incredible.
Yep.
But that's not the only living benefit story.
No.
It's an amazing living benefit story.
Exactly.
Your very first client ever. There's another client that we discussed. One of these 9 stories that you have where you have living benefits. This lady had breast cancer. Just 8 months after getting the policy, right?
Yeah.
And this was a client who, again, this is the networking thing. You were in a house. Selling another client, and she was just there as her friend drinking some coffee.
Exactly. And my friend said, "Hey, why don't get the policy too?"
Right.
And she said, "Okay." And I explained to her. She said, "Interesting." And I did the quote, the price. And she says, "Fine." I did all the presentation, and I said, "Yeah, I want to buy." She buys. So after 8 months, she knew it. She have a cancer,
breast cancer,
and she received $160,000. And she was not Brazil. She was Guatemala. I don't know how to say English in Guatemala. Guatemala.
Yeah.
And she received the money. So after 8 months, so for some conversation, if not in offer for this gas, maybe in 8 months she's gonna have the cancer, no money, no nothing.
Yeah.
Now she's okay. The breast cancer, she have a free cancer. She pay all the bills. She's fine.
Yeah, and she actually she paid off her
mortgage.
With that money. Obviously, she had health insurance. She got everything taken care of.
Exactly.
Sometimes living benefits really, you need it to get the treatment that you want. Sometimes if you have health insurance and you're lucky, health insurance might cover a lot of those costs, but you still get the living benefits. And
but who's gonna pay the bill?
Right.
She's not working. Who's gonna pay the health insurance? You need money to keep your life.
You're always going to need money.
Exactly.
If something like
money,
this happens.
The bills don't never stop.
They don't. And the thing about, and you're very passionate about, everybody needs living benefits. And the one thing I'm always find myself saying to people is, there are 0 people who the day before having a stroke or getting breast cancer, there are 0 people who expected it to happen. None of them thought, yeah, I'm probably going to get breast cancer, or yeah, I'm probably going to have a stroke driving to work tomorrow. That doesn't happen. Everyone doesn't think it's going to happen to them.
You breathe.
You have to be wise.
Exactly. You breathe. You are here. You're human. You live in this earth. You never know who's going to be the next.
Right.
So last year, I went to Brazil for vacation, and I did a pizza party. I invite my cousins, my friend, and my cousin, she was there. So this year, she had a stroke. She was 48 years old. She's in Brazil. But she was very young. She's very beautiful. Her husband last year passed away with stroke.
Oh, my God.
Last year.
So you said she's 48?
She's 48. She's in Brazil.
Right.
So, and this year, she passed away. So her husband, last year and this year, she passed away. And she always on Facebook, she follow me. So happen,
my gosh.
So that's why we never know tomorrow. So that's why, I say, hey, I have I don't know why, but I have a feeling, for these people. I understand when something happen without money, it's going to be harder. It's going to be much more problem.
Right.
You have to keep your life. So that's why everybody needs to be ready for that moment.
You have to have the wisdom to know that, yes, I know you don't think this is going to happen to you, but nobody thought it was going to happen to them. Just be smart. You need life insurance anyway.
And that's it.
Get life insurance with living benefits.
It's cheaper. That's why I say, hey, it's a pizza price sometimes.
Right. Right.
You spend money.
Especially Brazilian pizza. I understand Brazilian pizza is more expensive than American pizza.
A little bit more.
So we had a podcast guest that educated me on that a couple of weeks ago. All right, so let's talk about one more living benefits. Okay. You actually had a client who, through the chronic illness coverage,
yes,
he had some sort of rare illness where it left him.
Yeah, he's on his leg. He just discovered a little, I don't know. Just one day, next day, he just went to the doctor and said, "Hey, you're gonna need to do a lot of surgery." I don't know exactly what it is, but he cannot walk anymore.
He lost the ability to walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for no reason, he didn't know why, but he went to the doctor and he started, do all the surgery. And today, he already received for 2 years, the chronic illness.
Yeah.
So, but he's very happy, of course, because for the money, he keep his life. So. Like I told you, Sam, we never know. So he was normal, walking. When I talked to him, when I did the policy with him, he was like you. Hi.
Yeah.
Signed the document, and next year, boom.
That's crazy. I mean, and it just goes to show anything can happen. Even some weird, like, rare disease, they don't even understand why this happened. Yeah. But through the chronic illness rider, he got $50,000 the first year. We all, the chronic illness rider pays out every year. It's not like the lump sum.
Exactly.
So he got $50,000 the first year. He's already received a second payment of $50,000 as long as
he keep for the same, wellness problem, he can apply for one more year and receive for more is 4 years. To receive all the
he could receive up to 200,000.
all the benefits. Exactly.
Gotcha. And it's great for him, obviously, to have that money while he's now.
The thing that I want you. Well, I don't know if I say here, but the most people that I talking, most people think, we cannot do it because I'm not legal in the United States yet. I'm applying for it, but I don't have like social yet. I'm able to receive. Yes, he's able to receive. No problem.
Right.
So all this guy, one yes, so not two, no, one yet, but not all of them. But most people that I know, they don't have it. But the National Life or the company, the benefits. They don't say no because you're not American.
Right. So, yeah. So that's something that I really want to get into to impress upon our viewers. You come across this all the time where you have people who are in the country, they don't have documentation.
Yes.
Maybe they don't have a social security number. And so they're fearful that A, they won't be able to buy life insurance, or B, if they bought life insurance, that it wouldn't pay out because they don't have a social security.
Exactly.
So set the record straight. You do business with a lot of people.
Most people
who don't have social security numbers.
They have IT number because it's a law. He can open company, pay the taxes, legal normal. But they don't have a social yet. So the most client that I have, they applying for the social. They become illegal. But in that moment, when they are in process to receive this. The document, they can have the policy. If something happen, if they still have no document yet, they're not gonna, they're not gonna have any problem. They're not gonna have any problem. They're gonna receive the money because they don't have a social. They just with IT number, they're gonna get the money.
You write a lot of IT business. A lot. I mean,
95%.
95% of your business. So if you're out there and you think, I probably can't get this because I don't have a social security number, I only have an ITIN. Jill is living proof. 95% of his clients only have an ITIN, and you absolutely can.
And the company is very, very nice. They are very welcome. They understand. I don't have a problem with the National Life. National Life is an amazing company. Very nice with us. I have a good experience with the company. With 5 Rings, with all.
It's all about being surrounded by the right companies, the right products, the right people.
Just do what they have to do. Just do the right thing, the right questionnaire. Don't lie. Okay. If they smoke, no, I'm not gonna put you not smoke. No, you smoke it.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to always be 100% truthful on those.
Exactly.
That is the only really way that you can get yourself in trouble and not get a policy paid out, as if you're not completely honest.
Exactly. Just be honest. Ask to the client the right question, and they need to answer you the right question. Don't lie. Say, don't lie. Hey, I'm going to ask you one more time again.
Right.
It's true. You don't smoke? No, I know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Exactly.
Let's. I want to go back to your story.
Okay.
Which is crazy. You arrived in America in New York City on the first plane you ever saw. You boarded it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You boarded it and you flew to New York City and you got off the plane at 17 years old, not speaking a word of English. We
A little bit.
a tiny bit,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit. Date of the weeks, number. That's it.
Like kindergarten level,
Exactly.
right? So tell us about your career arc starting at 17 years old.
Well, yeah, well, I become to United States by myself, so it's crazy. My mom said, Gil, go. Like, we never know when it comes to another country. You have no idea what you're going to discover there, how going to be your experience. We don't have no idea. But I come by myself. I was, like Americans looking for a, better life or get more money or maybe return to our country.
Right.
That's all. All immigrants, I believe it's like that. We're going to come to the United States, but we believe we're going to work hard in here and invest in our country and come back to our country. But I come to the United States. It's a long story because I stay 6 years, and I return to Brazil. I returned to Brazil for only 3 months.
And you said, I got to get back.
Oh, my God, no. But you know what it was? It's unbelievable. I was there. I said, no, I want to come back, but I have a visa. But my visa was expired.
Oh.
So how am I going to come back again if my visa was expired? I come back in the name of Jesus. Jesus, now I need a miracle to pass to the immigration, but I have a visa. But my visa was for only 6 months. I stayed 6 years. Wow. So, oh my God, now how am I going to come back? So I come back, and the immigration say, okay, welcome to the United States.
Wow.
No problem.
You had an expired.
Because this is hard because in old times, they don't have all the information what they have now, So they look, okay, it's 10 years, visa, you are welcome. So when I come back, I say, my mom, she was here. And I say, for me, the experience to return to Brazil make me to understand, hey, what the difference between here, between that, because I came so young.
Right. You were 17 the first time.
17, so no experience. I didn't pay my bills. My father was responsible for all the, house responsibility. I was a teenager,
right?
So when I come back, when I arrive here, I say, now I know I'm going to stay here. Now I know this is my country, but illegally yet,
right.
Because I drive, for 9 years without drive license. I had all the things, but drive on the street like a normal, praying to God,
right,
to not be in the jail or pulled over. But I passed for all these things, and now I'm I give a lot, I'm saying English. Yeah. How important this is to be like American citizen, how to be, how is so grateful to be legal. So that's why when I have an opportunity like this is my life, it's now.
You appreciate it so much.
Exactly.
Right.
So now I can have a license. Now I can drive well. Now, so because I have this opportunity in my life. So that's why, Sam, when I become number one, because hey, now I can do it.
Right.
This is my time. Now I know I can do it. So many people, they have everything in their hands and they don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They don't be appreciation. They always complain. Hey, don't complain, do it. Yeah. Look at what you have now. Yeah. So that's why when I am in the United States, I say this is a beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful opportunity. So how I'm gonna be stop it. Now I have everything in my hands, so nobody can stop me.
It's it's amazing. I found that the people who are most grateful to be American are immigrants. I think because they, just like you said, they truly understand the value and how great it is to be legal in this country.
You can compare.
Whereas people who are born here can take it for granted sometimes, right?
So when I go to Brazil now, I'm rich there, really rich.
Yeah.
I rent a car. I get a good house. So, but when I become to United States, I become like without nothing, just a luggage in a dream. So that's why I'm telling you. So look where I am now. I'm here in the podcast, speaking English, to honor, me in what I did already in the company that so there's no excuses, so you can do whatever you want to do. So if you have a mission in your life, if you want to know where you want to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, just follow this step. Be grateful, understand what you do, your motivation, your mission. You're gonna get there too.
Yeah, the American dream, the true American dream. So you actually started. Going back, you worked at Dunkin' Donuts. You worked at McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. And I worked for cleaning service for 15 years.
Cleaning houses.
Cleaning house. So when I met my wife, I married her. She already had this company, and I was looking for always looking for something better job, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna clean house too because she made more money than me.
Right.
So she say, hey, you make more money than me, so I think I can do this job too.
Let me do your job. Right, exactly. I'll do it
so
with
I
you.
started put flyers in the in the house mailbox, and I got more business, and I did this business for 15 years. I was okay, but I don't. House cleaning. Most people think is for women. I was a man clean house. I never had any problem, but I don't feel much comfortable, not because this is for women or for men, but for our culture in Brazil, men don't clean house.
Right. Well, you also, I think, just wanted more, right? More. I don't want to clean houses.
Exactly, but what I have now.
Right.
I have option. Okay, I can make money with this. Okay, let's do it.
Right.
And I did.
So you actually, the way that you discovered the life insurance industry was someone came to your house to sell.
Exactly. So I was tired, clean house because I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida 2014, and I still work in the same job. So you know what? I sell my house. I sell the company, in Maryland. So when I moved to Florida, I keep for the same company. I start to get more house, more clean. I did my schedule, my business again. So one day, because I was working so hard and keep the same job, I got sick. I had an accident, cleaning house.
Yeah, you hurt your back?
I hurt my back. And I stayed 5 months on the bed, without
in the bed for 5 months.
Without work. Exactly.
Couldn't leave.
No money, no nothing. So my wife, she got she take all my business, and she's working, she's helped me for that hard moment, but I said, no, I don't want to be here. I want something else. So one lady, she said, when I started to get better, I started come back to work. I said, hey, we need to do life insurance because if you pass away, you're gonna get in trouble.
Yep.
And I said, hey, okay, let's do it. And I said, hey, you want to kill me now?
You were the one that said, we don't need life insurance.
I don't need life insurance. More money to pay, more bills. Now, come on, are you crazy? I'm not gonna die tomorrow. That I think most people think about it. I'm not gonna die tomorrow. Nah, come on.
Waste of money.
More money, exactly. Right. But I did it. The lady come to my house and she did a policy. I didn't understand anything. She was there. My wife, she understood the whole thing. Okay, that's it, done. Okay, done. One more. How much? I didn't know. And I don't want to. I was looking to know how much I'm going to pay for that bill, for that policy.
Yeah.
But that moment happening, a big change in my life because I asked her. I was looking for a job, for something different. But how I'm going to work in one job that I can make the same money that I was doing for cleaning service? How? To quit and start a new job was so difficult.
Yeah.
Because you're going to start
daunting. Yeah.
Is again for the first year. You don't make like 60,000 to 70,000 for the first year for nursing or. I don't know. I was looking for some things, but how I'm gonna quit? I can't. So when I discovered this job, when I found this opportunity for me.
Well, first you asked that life insurance agent, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I said, hey, how much? How much is the commission gonna make?
How much are you making selling us?
Exactly. She said, almost $1,500. I say, what? It's a lot of money. So that moment to make that much money, I need to clean maybe 15 houses. So hard, like driving, Clorox, anything. So, chemic, so hard, drive
labor
all the
and you just got over a back injury, right? Back-breaking work.
So I can do it, but I never had like what can I say in English? The vision, how I'm going to do this. And I had no idea. So, okay, let's study. I start for, most people pass in 2 months, 3 months. I pass in 1 year.
How many times did you take?
I failed 5 times.
Okay. Well, you were
in Florida. If you do 5 times in 1 year, if you do like 5 times in 1 month, you have to wait 1 year. For the first time you did the test to repeat the test again. Okay, I wait and I pass. But I went to another company, not to the Five Rings Finish, because I didn't know anything about Five Rings. Nobody told me about it.
A very large, very recognizable life insurance company that sells life without living benefits.
Exactly. I sell for 3 months. I become like a sell a lot. So when I found Five Rings, I say, hey, living benefits is much more better. So I didn't know anything about living benefits. Nobody told me. I never heard anything about life insurance with living benefit. So when I discovered, I say, hey, I don't need to go to the company to get the policy. They deliver to my house.
Yeah, you can work from home.
Exactly. So the other company, to get the policy, I have to drive there, go into the office. You have to be like this, nice, not
suit.
Suit.
Meanwhile, you're also cleaning houses at this time.
Exactly. Sometimes I was on the street, chain myself on the street.
Changing from your house cleaning clothes into your suit so you could go get a policy, come back out.
Come back and change again and
back
go
into your
and come back to clean the house again.
Wow.
So this is happening many, many times. McDonald's bathrooms, Dunkin' Donuts bathroom, because I don't have time to go home, change for a nice street to see my client. Right. And sometimes I just put it like a perfume, like cologne, with together with Clorox, and let do it. Yeah. I have this time. I'm not gonna lose my clients. Hey, maybe I can make much more money that I do for the whole week. Cleaning house. So I started, in this process. But when I discovered Five Rings, I discovered many different things better because the living benefit is better. You don't need to go to the company. The client don't need to be here 5 years, only 8 months. So many clients, I was like, when I called to make a policy, the first question when I asked the client,
how long have you been here?
Exactly.
Because with the old company, you had to be here 5 years.
5 years. Wow. I said, no, 2 years, 3 years. They answered all this. I lost one. And so when I just say 8 months, come on, I'm gonna come back to all this client again. Yeah. I'm gonna sell to all of it. And so when I discovered Five Rings, I love it. I said, hey, now I am in the right place. So after that, I am today, because I discovered my mission, what I do.
You got very passionate about living benefits.
This is the way people need it. So I don't have no word, to explain how grateful I am today to be in this business, because it's not a only business. You know what? I work. For me, it's not a work. For me, it's vacation all the time. Yeah. I travel here. I was driving to come here.
Yeah, you drove up from Boca Raton to Atlanta.
I did 4 policies while I was driving. Exactly. Because somebody called me, I called somebody, hey, who are we going to call? Boom. Hey, my friend, how are you? Yeah, let's do it. I want to do it. So when I arrived here in my friend's home, I called them. I did 3 policies because I was driving. So anywhere you can make this business. I go to Brazil now for vacation. I can go to Brazil. I can make policies. Sometimes I'm flying to other states. I get a Wi-Fi by there. I'm typing with the client. Yeah. So whatever you are, Five Rings.
You can work from wherever.
Exactly. So, hey, this is amazing. You make a lot of money. Yeah. You can help people. You can work anywhere. You can work with this. Right? Sweet, beautiful. You don't have to be it's okay. I understand. I don't have no problem, with any other jobs. Fine. Everybody have your mission in this life. Sure. But I don't. I know I don't. I did not was born to be a house cleaner forever. Right. But today I'm here. I'm so thank you.
Yeah.
And let's grow up.
Yeah, man. It's an incredible story. Literally someone arriving. I mean, it is the American dream. It's someone arriving in this country with a suitcase, 17 years old, doesn't speak the language. And then here we are, all those years later. You built your own house cleaning business, and now you are just absolutely killing it.
Exactly.
In the insurance
I'm so
industry.
grateful. I'm so grateful for what God did for me, and I'm so grateful for Americans, for this country. I'm America's citizen. I love this country more than I love Brazil. I love Brazil, of course. But if I have to choose, of course, I'm gonna, because they opened the door for me. Yeah. These people is amazing. This country changed people's life. Yeah. So how to not be grateful for this country? This is a land, free land for the blessed land.
Mm-hmm. It's where, and now what you're doing is you're trying to help others discover the same joy for your career that you have, right? Yep. Paying it forward, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. So anywhere when I go, like if I go to a restaurant, I see like some when the people serve you, I say, hey, maybe we can get an opportunity to this guy. Hey, get my number.
Right.
Get my card. If you want to change your life, call me. So wherever I go, wherever I am, if I have opportunity,
you see
to
potential
share,
in everybody,
exactly.
Right? You see somebody out that's doing a great job as a bartender, someone who can talk to people, somebody who has hustle. Be like, hey,
I changed my life.
You could be great in this career.
If I change my own life, you can change yours too. I can help you. Now it's much more easier because I'm gonna take your hands. You're gonna be like shoulder. You don't have to follow all. To take all this long time. I'm gonna show you the short time to get more successful, maybe faster than me. Yeah. So that's why always when I have chance, I ask, hey, do you have a work permit? This? They say, hey, yes, I do. So let's talking.
Yeah.
Sometimes they start. Sometimes they don't listen to me, but that's okay. Yeah. I don't care. I don't know, Sam. I have no already. No, for me, it's okay. No, I don't have no more feeling. Oh my God, maybe it's my problem because they don't accept it.
Right.
Because they don't want to do it. No, it's for yourself, not for me, because I know what I am now.
Yeah, it's kind of you talked about the same sort of thing when you're talking to a client or you're talking to a new recruit.
Exactly.
It's like, look, I'm not going to push it on you.
No.
If it's not for you right now, it's not for you right now.
It's okay.
You'll be back.
Yeah, you'll be back. I know you're going to come back because I know what I'm talking about. But if you don't believe now, it's okay. Take your time. I'm much better. But if you want to follow me, good for you. If you don't want to follow me, I know you're going to come back.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
Jill, it's been an awesome discussion. It's an amazing story. What you're doing is amazing for your clients, for your team. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For this edition of the Alliance Podcast. It's
great
to have you.
Thank you for Alliance. Thank you for you guys. You guys make a wonderful job. We feel so welcome. Alliance is amazing. Thank you guys. Thanks so much.
You got it, man. Thank you.
Listen to this interview and more on the Alliance Group Podcast.